learn about, yes, presentation, or maybe simply the pronunciation. Now, what is it? The benefit is there are a lot of benefit of it. Of course, it can help you internalize the correct sound and intonation patterns of the languages. Yeah, this is very important. By listening more to the English content, gradually or apa ya, tanpa sadar gitu ya, unsubconsciously you will internalize the correct sound. You have to immerse to the sentences, and then of course regular practice can help you speak more naturally and of course confidently. If you have a very good pronunciation, or maybe like the intonation, it can also make you confident gitu ya, seolah-olah kayak ya udah, kayak kalau dibilang fake it till you make it itu ya bisa benar bisa salah sih, maksudnya kayak kayak tadi ya, saya itu ya udah berpura-pura aja lancar gitu padahal saya baca skrip gitu kan, tapi dengan seperti itu mungkin secara nggak langsung kita jadi mendapatkan sebuah motivasi gitu untuk belajar lagi dan lagi gitu. Okay, and then it forces you to, sorry, to listen actively, ya gitu. Jadi dengan shadowing ini tuh jadi bisa kalian kita sering-sering gitu mendengar apa namanya bahasa Inggris gitu. Tadi boost the confidence. Nah caranya gimana sih gitu? You should choose the audio or video of native speaker. Please choose the topic that related to you, that make you interest, so it's easier for you to keep going on. Don't make learning English boring. So it have to be very interesting. For example, if you like football, so try to find any discussion about football. If you like about, for example, health, so please find any material about health. Try to incorporate everything in your life, but this time using English. And you can pause and recording and repeat the spoken words. Jadi ketika tadi ya nonton video, selain teman-teman nanti misalnya belajar apa mata kuliahnya tentang apa ya, tentang geografi gitu misalnya, atau tentang perikanan gitu misalnya. Nah itu ya udah apa namanya belajar itu terus sambil mencoba mengulangi frasa-frasa atau vocabulary yang mau dipelajari gitu, tapi dalam bahasa Inggris. Terus bisa teman-teman record juga. Saya ini biasanya kayak gini. Jadi saya itu sering gitu harus present in English gitu ya. I record myself and then I try to compare it with native speaker. What you can do also is try to copy paste the narration and then put it in ChatGPT and ask the ChatGPT to read it. Nah, coba didengarkan, ditirukan gitu. Gimana sih pronunciation yang benar gitu. Terus of course, start small. You can also use mirror. And this is the important part. Please do not be afraid to make mistake. Ini selalu saya tekankan. Jadi walaupun misalnya pronunciation teman-teman masih belum baik, tapi tetap harus digunakan, harus dipraktikkan di berbagai kesempatan kayak gitu. Nah, oke. Mungkin ada teman-teman yang mau sharing strategi apa yang sudah dilakukan gitu untuk improving pronunciation, boleh di-share di kolom komentar. Oke. Nah, sambil share mungkin saya akan lanjut ke creating a personalized English learning action plan. Oke, mungkin sebelumnya ada pertanyaan dulu atau yang mau sharing, boleh. Please share your opinion or your thought, or maybe you can ask a question. Ada pertanyaan? Mungkin atau sharing your experience in learning a pronunciation or improving pronunciation. Nggak ada? Oke, saya lanjutkan sebentar. Oke, tentang pronunciation, ada yang tahu bedanya cara melafalkan ini? Sheet, sit, ada yang tahu? Gimana? Or this? Breath, beer. Nah, oke. Ada yang tahu nggak? Mungkin Mas Nizam. Hello, Mas Nizam, are you there? Okay,
Hello,
maybe
hello,
he's.
hello.
Hello, Ole. Can you pronounce this one? She, these two words that I highlighted. Mas Nizam. Halo. Halo. Loh, kok hilang? Oke, mungkin next. Um, Kak Husna, are you there?
I will try.
Okay, this one, but this one. The third one.
Breath, breath.
Ya. Breathe, breath. Nah, ini harus hati-hati gitu karena artinya beda gitu. Kalau breathe itu apa? Verb kan berarti. Ya, artinya bernafas. Kalau breath itu nafas kita. You take my breath away. Kamu apa dalam bahasa Indonesia? Ya itu loh pokoknya ya. Nah, ini verb, kalau ini nouns. Nah, jadi kadang-kadang itu antara bentuk kata lain itu udah beda pronunciation dan kita harus hati-hati gitu. Jadi sering-sering mendengarkan gimana sih caranya itu ya, apa namanya melafalkan itu. Tapi mendengarkannya dalam konteks ya, jangan kayak perkata gitu. Jadi you can listen to the movie or music or any kind of material in English or podcast gitu. Nah itu bisa gitu. Ada lagi misalnya ada yang tahu pronunciation-nya ini? Anyone? Tepung? Maybe Kak Josie? Can you pronounce it?
Flower
Yes?
is right.
Okay. Okay. Flower. Flower. So it's similar like flower. So
Yeah,
it's not flower but flower. Ya,
flower.
true. Oke, jadi kadang harus hati-hati. Jadi banyak kata-kata dasar itu yang sebenarnya selama ini kita itu pronounce-nya agak kurang tepat gitu. Tapi don't worry, sometimes if you say it in context gitu, mereka akan ngerti. For example, oh, I cook this bread using flour. Atau kamu pas bilang I this ingredient of this bread is flour gitu misalnya. Ya orang mungkin apa flour tapi kan ngerti ada konteksnya gitu. So don't worry a lot about it gitu. Selama dikatakan dengan ini apa konteksnya gitu. Nah itu nggak masalah. Tapi perlu hati-hati juga. Terus apa lagi ya? Nah itulah. Oke. Mungkin ada yang mau share apa mungkin yang selama ini pronunciation yang unik yang baru tahu oh ternyata pronunciationnya gini toh gitu. Ada nggak? Dia ada pengalaman atau dikoreksi sama temannya. Saya juga masih beberapa kali mungkin dulu sering dikoreksi gitu sama teman gitu. Eh, apa ya lupa gitu. Tapi yang paling saya agak terganggu itu ketika masih sering orang itu bilangnya listening gitu. Listening. Saya mikir kenapa gitu ya. Kok kata dasar listening aja itu salah gitu. Apakah guru-guru kita dulu bilangnya itu listening atau gimana gitu. Padahal itu kata dasar dan mungkin bahasa Inggris dia itu udah cukup bagus gitu. Nah, itu harus hati-hati. Oke. Nah, kita langsung ke sini. Nah, ini teman-teman. Um, so, if you want to learn English, you should put a lot of effort on it. Make it so intentional. Jadi kayak maksudnya kita harus benar-benar niat gitu loh belajar bahasa Inggris gitu. Um, saya tuh sering mendengar teman-teman saya, Mbak ajarin dong bahasa Inggris gitu. Gimana sih caranya? Tapi mereka itu nggak benar-benar take action gitu. Nah seharusnya itu kita itu harus take action. Nah mungkin our problem as an adult I'm sure we all are so busy with our lives. For example, like busy with our family, busy with our job, or busy studying, or busy finding finding spouse. I don't know. We are so busy. But if we are so intention, we have a strong willingness to learn English, I'm sure we will have a way to do it. For example, I'll show you my plan with, nah, okay, maybe I'll share a little bit about my life grand map, yeah. It's actually from LPDP, so we are asked to, wait, to life grand map. Okay, for example, uh, this is I mentioned before ya. What is our true meaning? Kenapa sih kita harus belajar bahasa Inggris gitu kan? Nah, kalau saya sendiri itu ya goals besarnya adalah menjadi public health professional or lecturer gitu ya. Misalnya nanti ya saya kepengen gitu menjadi policy makers that work with other or working in NGO gitu. Membuat beberapa proyek kesehatan gitu kan, it require a strong skill of English gitu kan. Nah ini dari sini perjalanan dari sini gitu, saya pecah-pecah sedikit lagi, misalnya kayak gini, improving active English skill, improving research academic skill. Nah ini beberapa goals action plan saya untuk mencapai ini semua gitu kan. Nah, saya pecah gitu. Nah salah satunya improving active English skill, research and writing skill, public speaking gitu, terus networking. Nah networkingnya itu juga harus global networking gitu, karena saya pengen bekerja sama dengan lembaga luar negeri atau bekerja di NGO kayak gitu. Terus di sisi itu juga I try to do community outreach program that related to English, so I can still improve my English. And then this is what I have to learn during my master degree. Nah, okay, so that's my goals. So it's important to define your goals. Jadi sebenarnya teman-teman itu belajar bahasa Inggris itu untuk apa sih? What is it for? Is it for career opportunities or maybe just for travel or for personal enjoyment? Initially kayak saya dulu itu merasa bahasa Inggris itu kayak personal enjoyment, kayak sophisticated aja gitu belajar bahasa Inggris. Ada yang sama nggak? Ada ya pasti ya. Ada yang sama kayak, bisa bahasa Inggris itu sophisticated gitu. But I think it's not enough to keep going on in this journey. So we should make bigger goals gitu. For example, like career opportunities. There are so many opportunities that we can achieve from this. And then, yeah, you should define it. Very specific. Nah, terus di breakdown ya. For example, if you're going to for work, of course, you should increase the vocabulary related to your field. For example, so related about business or related to environment. So you should know what's your next step. It's very important. And then you should realize your current level. It is very important. So you know what your strength and your weaknesses. And then you should also identify the challenge. What is actually your obstacles? Is it the time, or is it the resources, or is it lack of motivation, or difficulty finding language partner? So you have to really identify the challenge. And then next, you should explore every opportunities. You should find the resources that you need or any opportunities. Misalnya kayak gini, ada opportunity networking dengan banyak orang asing gitu, ya udah langsung ambil aja. Kayak saya dulu ada internship waktu saya S1, internship yang sebenarnya itu diisi oleh mahasiswa sastra Inggris atau mahasiswa hubungan internasional, tapi saya sebagai mahasiswa kesehatan ya udah saya gas aja, nekat gitu. So any kind of opportunity, grab it gitu. Terus be bold gitu. Jadi kayak saya itu ada mahasiswa asing datang, sok kenal sok dekat, ya udahlah ayo ngobrol gitu. Pokoknya malu-maluin gitulah, nggak apa-apa gitu. Okay, and then please understanding your learning style. If you more like auditory learner, so listening to more podcasts or any kind of video gitu. Kalau visual ya udah berarti pakai apa yang ada visualnya. Kalau kinestetik berarti ya nggak tahu, nanti belajarnya sambil lari kayak sambil jalan kayak nggak ya gitu, atau apapun lah gitu. So you have to tailor your approach. Ya, nanti dekat-dekat aja, cepet-cepet aja ya. Terus, oke, nah ini jangan lupa, you have to immerse yourself in English. Jadi, by incorporating in your daily activities. So, surround yourself. Like, you can listen to music while walking. You try to listen podcast while ironing, and many more. And write in English, journaling gitu ya. Apa self talk in English and anything. I'm sure you know how to use it. And also incorporate vocabulary building by your daily routine. For example, you can write your note in English and then try to read aloud so you internalize it. Nah, kenapa ini penting teman-teman? Karena saya merasa ya, karena saya tadi menulis action plan-nya tadi, saya pengen improving English. Walaupun saya sebenarnya nggak benar-benar nulis gitu ya, aktivitas saya yang harus saya lakukan untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, kita itu subconsciously secara nggak sadar, alam bawah sadar kita itu mengarahkan kita or lead the way towards English learning activities or learning English opportunities. Jadi saya merasa kesempatan itu datang berkali-kali gitu yang mensupport saya untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. Banyak sekali kesempatan itu. Misalnya tiba-tiba saya ditawarin untuk memfasilitasi teman-teman di sini, atau tiba-tiba saya harus ngurus mahasiswa asing di kontrakan saya gitu. Setiap hari ngomong sama dia, kalau ada masalah di rumah, saya harus menerjemahkan antara teman saya itu untuk berkomunikasi gitu. Nah itu insya Allah kalau beneran teman-teman niat banget untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, nanti pasti terbuka jalannya, dan jangan lupa ditulis gitu. Oke, singkat aja, nanti mungkin saya akan sedikit share juga sih gimana sih. Nah jadi teman-teman bisa yang bikin kayak gini, misalnya ini live grand map saya itu adalah ini apa namanya, misalnya saya di tahun segini saya harus jadi ambil doktoral, berarti list kira-kira apa sih yang harus dipelajari in term of English, related to English. Oh, saya harus academic writing, public speaking, collaboration gitu. Nah itu di list gitu. Nah nanti dipecah lagi gitu. Oh kalau misalnya kayak gitu berarti nih, oke, strateginya apa? Konsisten English exposure-nya ini. Terus grammarnya gimana? Kalau academic writing-nya, oh berarti saya harus belajar structure. Public speaking berarti saya harus sering apa namanya, misalnya harus sering-sering practice public speaking, writing effectively. Nah ini disesuaikan aja sama teman-teman. Saya yakin teman-teman nanti lebih bisa gitu organize, karena saya cukup tidak organize ya orangnya, jadi saya kadang ngalir aja gitu. Tapi kalau teman-teman lebih organize, nanti bisa di-share ya caranya bikin goals gitu, apa aja di list aja teman-teman, nggak harus sih nanti dicentang satu persatu. Tapi saya yakin nanti ketika teman-teman buka-buka catatannya lagi atau jurnal lagi, oh ternyata aku udah melakukan ini loh gitu secara nggak sadar gitu, dan it will make you proud and then it will motivate you even more to keep going on in learning English. Jadi benar-benar harus tahu gitu goals-nya itu apa gitu. Oke, mungkin itu ada yang mau di-share terkait ini, creating a goals for learning English. Ada yang mau share mungkin teman-teman, apa sih goals besarnya, atau misalnya pengen jadi apa sih? Mungkin saya tanya Mas Reko deh. Mas Reko, are you there? Mas Reko, motivasinya ingin belajar bahasa Inggris apa? What is your motivation? What will you use? What will you use the English? What is it for? Kok nggak dengar suaranya, Mas? I cannot hear you. Hello? Halo? Okay.
Hello.
Hello, yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Miss May. I'm so sorry, my signal has trouble, so I cannot clearly for my voice. Sorry,
So what?
pardon me. Can you repeat for
Yeah.
the question?
what is your final goal and why do you want to learn English? Like related maybe to your bigger goal in life. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Actually, my motivation, I just wanna, when I meet them, maybe someone or foreigner, I can say something with them, and then uh, actually maybe it's related with my dream
Mhm.
in the future because I wanna be maybe lecturer. So I need to improve my English so I can motivate maybe my student in the future, and also it will be support me when I want to continue my study.
Yeah, that's very great. Wow, it's a very good motivation. You want also to be very impactful for the community ya. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very great. So, jadi ya teman-teman, itu ya, you should have a bigger goal. So English is only a tools, but what is this English? What will you use for? What will you use? How do you use English for? Ya, is it for helping others or what? Gitu. Jadi kalau cuma uh, mungkin hanya improve my English or achieve certain level of English gitu, jadi kurang gitu kan. Tapi kalau udah related dengan tujuan hidup teman-teman itu akan sangat membantu banget gitu untuk tetap on the top gitu. Nah, ini ada beberapa resource gitu. Mungkin teman-teman nanti bisa apa tambahkan sendiri gitu. Nanti bisa scale up your English itu jadi wadah teman-teman untuk belajar gitu. Tandem itu bisa untuk saling belajar English. Terus di sini ternyata we also have a friend from Yaman. Hello Albara, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, can you share with us what's your motivation to join this activity? I know your English is pretty good already.
Now, really, my motivation was like to practice English more. You know, we are all beginners in English. We still have a space to learn from anyone. So yeah, the goal was just to practice English and meet new friends and Indonesian friends. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, nice. Thank you very much for your appreciation. I mean, there is always plenty of room for improvement, yeah, Albara,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good. I think that's a very good motivation. Finding a partner, this is very crucial for our learning activities. Nah, jadi use this platform to practice gitu ya. Gitu nanti bisa ngajarin Albara bahasa Indonesia. You can teach Albara bahasa Indonesia because he's learning in UNY, right? Right now?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
exchange information,
Yes.
English and Bahasa Indo. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone, please feel free to connect with Albara.
Yeah, I will be actually glad to help
Yeah.
anyone or get help from anyone.
Yeah, of course, of course. That would be
Yeah.
great. Ya, oke. Jadi saya rasa ini beberapa strateginya itu teman-teman udah sering ketemu lah ya gitu. Nah, oke. Ada yang mau sharing lagi? Maybe. Or anyone has any questions? Maybe. If not, wait a minute. Nah, teman-teman sudah dibuka nggak ya tadi tugasnya? Tugasnya setelah ini bisa masuk breakout room. Nah, langsung nanti mana ya filenya? Bentar. Langsung ke breakout room untuk practice atau diskusi tentang video yang sudah ditonton tadi ya, that you have watched. Gitu. And you can share any idea that you have find in the video. So, any question before we move on to the breakout room session? Oke, panitia sudah siapkah untuk ke breakout room? Halo, Mas Ahmad, Mas Reko, atau any the other committee?
Ini untuk breakout room-nya lagi dipersiapkan,
Oh,
Mbak.
oke. Oh, oke. Oke.
Bagaimana operator?
Oke, meanwhile, please. Gimana, Mbak? Oh ya udah.
Ya,
Oke.
silakan, Mbak.
Oke, ya udah. Nah, tadi kan sudah di-share ya link videonya. So, please discuss the idea from the video with your partner in the group, and then please feel free to share any thoughts that you have learned or maybe related to your experience gitu. Okay, so please you can start to enter the breakout room now.
Oke, selagi breakout roomnya lagi disiapin, mungkin buat teman-teman boleh sembari mengisi absensi. Cek.
Joinnya sendiri kan ya Mbak ya? Ini kayaknya belum ada yang join.
Cek.
Halo? Belum ada yang join sendiri. Oh, udah.
Cek. Satu. Apa suara saya terdengar?
Terdengar kok Mbak.
Permisi. Apa suara saya terdengar?
Terdengar Mbak.
Oke.
Oke. Yang lain bisa langsung join. Kayaknya ini ada yang away from.
Untuk breakout untuk teman-teman itu nanti bisa bebas join kemana saja ya roomnya.
Oh ya, bebas berarti ya. Yang belum terisi
Iya.
aja ya.
Bagaimana Mbak? Maaf.
Yang belum terisi roomnya bisa diisi gitu kan.
Oh ya.
Itu ada yang satu. Kasihan.
Atau ini karena pesertanya
Berkurang lagi away
Atau
from.
bagaimana kalau di satu room aja gitu?
Ini Mbak di assign aja tuh move ya move to room 3. Nah, udah. Kayaknya dipindah-pindah bisa kayaknya. Mbak, saya izin sambil pindah ini ya, tempat ya.
Boleh Mbak, boleh.
Soalnya udah mau di.
Oh ya, Mbak Rima, ini gabungnya
Ya.
di mana ya? Kok saya nggak ada tempat breakout-nya.
Apa Kak? Bagaimana?
Tempat gabung breakout-nya di mana ya, room breakout-nya?
Ini boleh klik more, terus nanti ada.
Oh ya, oke. Thank you, Mbak Rima.
Oh ya. Mbak, aku duluan ya.
Cek. Oke, teman-teman. Ada Mbak Ilma ya? Dan Mbak Firda. Sudah nonton videonya belum ya?
Sudah, Kak.
Oke, udah ya. Kita mulai ya. Oke, thank you teman-teman for join our meeting today in the room 5. So we will start to present it about the maybe about the video. Who will the first? Miss Firda, can you the first to describe about your opinion about the video maybe? Halo? Gimana? Miss Firda atau Miss Hilma?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but so apa?
Slow.
Yeah, say
Okay. Sorry, I just watched the video in 2 minutes only.
mm-mm.
It's tell about uh the speaker that they are in the Uni Soviet. I just noticed that that statement.
Mm-hmm. And then, what's your opinion about the statement maybe or others? Do you have any commenter?
Mm, I just watched until 2 minutes, so I can't give other uh
Yeah, it's okay. Maybe you cannot tell others maybe about your experience. Maybe you haven't listened something.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hello Miss
Eh,
May.
Kok diem aja, Mbak? Mas?
Oh, actually we still listen the video
Where,
and
where everyone are
try
quiet.
to make a opinion. Maybe you can tell us about the video, Miss May. Your opinion, maybe.
It's your chance to practice your English, everyone. It's not my turn. I'll just observe.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit hard for us because we need to maybe we forget to watch the
Hmm?
video, so we just watch maybe around 3 or until 5 minutes, so don't have many things to tell about the video.
Mm.
It's the problem in our group, is me.
It's okay. Just share your experience then about how you try to speak like a native. Maybe Kak Firda. Hello. Kak Irma, Kak Irma, are you shy? Yes,
Hello,
Kak Irma.
May.
Hello. Hello. So, can you share your experience, or maybe you have what you have learned from the video?
Oh, okay. Um, I've just watched for 3 minutes. It tells about the speaker when
Mhm.
they was a teenage they was teenagers. We he with his siblings in Uni Soviet. They are traveling there. Mm, they
in that place, and the place is the people uh look at him like so weird, because actually the people didn't understand what it meant, because the word exit is in Russian, because this person is from Russia actually. And then he naik naik taksi itu apa ya? Uh, he went dia naik taksi, and then he he talked to the driver. I want to put turun tuh apa ya? Drop off there, but in Russian again. So the 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 driver is confused again. And yeah, and then I stopped the video. I just noticed that, but I don't.
Your own experience when you learn language, especially English, that relate to that video. Maybe Mas Rido, can you share with us?
Wait a minute. Talking about the experience that I had related to the video ya, Kak.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, actually, one of the key points that I got from the video is also, but maybe coming from the explanation that I taught.
Terlalu panjang nanti.
All right, thank you, Miss Maras. Okay, thank you for your sharing for us. And then the last question to you, Miss Widya.
Okay, thank you for your attention. But I'm sorry, I have the same problem with Miss Paras, because I just come back from the school. I currently cooking for dinner, so I don't have a time to watch the video, but I just saw some comments. I think some comments indicates uh the meaning of a video, the meaning of video. I can conclude from some comments that video tells about how to be native speaker, and some comment or some netizen tells about how to be native speaker, and then they give us some experience to improve their
Miss, Nurdianti. I'm sorry. As a participant, maybe, yeah, I still learn how to be confident speaking English. Okay, my sounds clear, or maybe any distraction?
Yet, yes, it's crystal clear.
Okay, yeah, I think from the explanation from Miss May and before from Mr. Rido or Kak Rido, I think some like relate with myself. Everyone have unique to learn about English, and I think from my personality, I'm enjoy use music to learn about English. So first, to make my motivation, I think to use music from song or poetry or others, and from learn, yeah, like Kak Rido said before, how to learn about the words, and then we can repeat or we translate about the meaning and others. And I think it's can make me more happy and enjoy to learn about music, because I from when I'm maybe in the elementary school or student in the school, like for English, I don't interest more, because I think it is like difficult lesson. So yeah, it's, I think, challenge for me. But in the university, and yeah, I should to push myself to learn English with something what I like or I'm enjoy to join or to learn from music or drama or film and others. Yes, maybe like from my experience, and maybe related, yeah, a little related from the video, because I'm sorry for the video that actually I just watched the video before the Zoom meeting, so I haven't finished it completely.
It's okay,
Okay.
Kak. You can always watch later, but the point here is you practice the English. You can switch up your mind. Yeah. Okay. Great job, everyone. Keep going. You can always discuss anything, even though it's not about the. Just keep discussing anything, everyone. Kayak apa namanya? Ngusulin ngomongin apa, topik apapun gitu, nggak apa-apa sih, inisiatif aja. Feel free.
Okay, maybe from Mbak Nilma, you can share what do you get from the video?
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. I'm going to give a try. Based on the point from the video, when experience that comes to mind is when I was learning English in a more immersive setting. Yes, at first fluency far away, because I was I was apa ya? Maksudnya itu enggak I was constantly translating in my head gitu. But over time, once I had internalized enough of the language, I noticed that I start thinking in English without needing to translate. Then that was a hook turning point, and it made conversation feel more natural. And then accent ya, regarding accent, I used to feel self-conscious about it, but practicing with native speakers helped me minimize it. One of the biggest lesson was that communication is just about perfect grammar on vocabulary, but also how you use expression, gesture, maybe, and uh, culture ya, cultural clues. Okay, here my experience, and I feel that I can relate. Thank you.
Nice, Kak Nilna and Kak Rido. I think like Miss May said before, we can discuss or sharing anything, not only about the video. Maybe we can speak something, sharing or anything
Yeah.
about our maybe activity or department or anything.
Oh yeah. Okay. It sounds so sunyi ya if we don't talk about
Yes.
krik-krik banget.
Siapa namanya? Saya lupa. Mister Mister siapa ini ya?
Ada
Sorry.
Mr. Jozi dan Mr. Ahmad.
Yang sekarang ngomong tuh siapa ya? Sebentar.
Saya Ahmad, Miss.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so Mr. Ahmad, I have a question for you, Mr. Ahmad. Maybe in your daily life, you have a schedule for sharpening and improving your English, and then I want to know how you manage your time, set your time to improve your English.
All right. Actually, I don't have good time for increasing my English, but honestly, I like English. It's like maybe maybe every day I'm listening song in English. It's like Eminem. Do you like Eminem? Like a Mockingbird. I like the song from Eminem.
I don't know. Okay.
For example, I like listening podcast. It's like a TikToks or podcast from I'm sorry, I forget about the name of the podcast, but I like listening the podcast in English, like a TikToks. It's like a Stanford Business, a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's like a talking about the economy, talking about the politics. I like listen English in the theme of politics and economy. So yeah, I realized because my English is like a stagnant because I have to force myself to increasing again. For example, understand to us, I have a dream one day I want to get a scholarship, maybe go abroad. Yeah, the country. I want to go. I want to go to Japan and Norway. Why I'm choose the Norway? Because in Norway, so beautiful country. I can see the aurora. Yeah, this is a one of my motivation why I'm learning English. Yeah, just like that maybe. Okay, anything else?
Okay, but what do you do while you were listening video, but you you get any point unclear? Yeah, so you don't understand every word is not familiar with you. What do you do?
Okay, all right. Okay. When I finding the new vocabulary and then I don't know what is the meaning of that, yeah, directly I I'm seeking to it's like a ChatGPT or Google Translate to finding what's the meaning of the vocabulary, and then I make it some sentence. Now after that, after I make the some sentence, the vocabulary I can remind.
Oh, okay. That's a best method, I think. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss. And then, wow, there is Mr. Rico. What about you, Mr. Rico? We wanna listen why you want to increasing your English level. Okay, Mr. Rico, we can hear you because your voice there is no.
Them use English language, so that one of the benefit I learn English is I can understand what they mean, even not all of subject, but I feel learning English is so useful for me, especially. I think that's my experience that I can share to you as. How about Miss Firda?
To me, the benefit of learning English is first of all, I can what singing correctly English song about the pronunciation, and then I can what uh yeah, yesterday not yesterday a month ago I learned data analysis in one boot camp, and then it was beneficial for me in learning English because many article and what yeah article like that use English, especially for coding and another tutorial of what how to analyze data. So it was beneficial for me learning English because of that. Okay, that's all.
You guys, maybe do you have any things that you wanna share to us? You wanna tell us about the video that you watched? Mr. Reiko, have you done watch the video? Check. Check.
Have one question for maybe for Mr. Ahmad or Miss May, or teman-teman yang lain mungkin bisa menjawab. How to solve the problem when I talking directly is very bad, but when I listen podcast or reading text paper in English, I very understanding. But why when I speaking it's so apa ya, tidak sama dengan waktu mendengarkan. I think just that. Thank you.
Okay, this is your turn, Mr. May, to explain about that. Come on, Miss. Hello, May. Can you hear me?
Your voice it's there now.
Hello.
Okay.
What about now? Yeah. Okay, I try to answer the first question. Yes, I usually dream in English because I often speak when I sleep. Jadi ngomong apa ngelindul ya. Dan my friends say that I often speak in English when I sleep. Ngelindulnya itu dalam bahasa Inggris juga sering kayak gitu. Jadi yeah, that's our first question. And then second question is because speaking is an active skill while reading and listening is passive. So that's why you need to practice more because when you speak, you need to retrieve the information. You have to access the vocabulary that you have learned from listening or from reading. Nah, jadi mengambil informasinya itu udah beda lagi skillnya. And you have to arrange the word. That's why it's still difficult. That's why there are so many steps that you need to do is like
mau share apa?
It's okay, Kak.
Because your experience are really amazing ya. I will continue my studies with FETP. Apa? Kalau Kak Rido and Kak Yayan itu kan pakai scholarship ya. My studies with the support of my husband foundation. And
I can do that.
Masya Allah.
Nggak ada pengalaman, nggak, aku bingung pengalaman apa yang dibagikan karena insecure nih.
I think it's great experience because you have a supportive partner.
You have different experience than us.
Yeah.
We are still single.
Maybe I want to share about experience my communities ya.
Oh yeah.
I have a communities of the public health. Namanya itu apa ya? The Public Health Literature Club. Yeah. And then in my role as founder, I aim to foster a collaborative environment for researchers, practitioners, and students to discuss and share knowledge about public health issue. Maybe Kak Yayan, Kak Rido, and Kak Reka ya share knowledge about major apa ya sih? Maksudnya share knowledge terkait bidang yang digeluti saat ini sangat feel free gitu loh maksudnya. Gimana sih cara ngomongnya? Aduh, aku insecure. Aku vocabnya kurang banyak.
It's okay, Kak. Mix is okay. We are learners. Oh, belajar semua kok, Kak. That's okay.
Okay, and then I in FATP we are learning outbreak investigation, like as positioning, and then COVID-19, like as COVID-19 and communicable disease or non-communicable disease. And then we can enhance our public health effort and contribute meaningfully to manage health crisis in our communities. And maybe enough deh.
Nice. What a good community, Kak. So the community like doing campaign gitu ya, Kak, on social media, isn't it?
Yes, social media and especially Instagram,
I see.
Public Health Literature Club.
Maybe you can
namanya.
type like the username of the Instagram, so maybe we can follow.
Oh, okay.
We can support it.
It's like how tips to increasing English, because your language is not English, and your mother language is Arabian, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Can you share your tips how to speak English well?
Learning English before speaking. Learning English goes like through steps. The first step, when a child wants to speak any language, if a child first starts to listen, then starts to speak, after that will write and then read. So if you want to be a good speaker, you have to listen, because listening not just gives you like right pronunciation, it gives you a lot of vocabulary you can use, and listening is the most important thing to understand the other person. And then after listening, you have to start practice like speaking. What you got from listening, you have to start practice it in speaking. You can practice either with Korean people, for example, apps like ChatGPT. They updated a version which is like voice messages. You can just chat with the AI as a voice, not as typing. And also writing and reading, it's a different topic. We are talking about speaking now, yeah.
All right, yeah, it's cool, Mr. Albara. Okay, for the next opportunity, Miss Putri, Miss Faras, or Mr. Josie, do you have any question for Mr. Albara? It's up to you if you have any question. Mr. Josie, how about you?
Yeah, sir. Maybe I just have a little bit question to Mr. Albara from Yemen, right? How you combine between the Arabic language and English language? How to say? And also you stay at Indonesian and you have to learn about the local language Indonesian, right? So you have to ability in 3 language as your component in your body. So what do you do to how to say, to manage the time that you learn about three languages at the time?
Okay, now like after 1 year of studying English, I have shifted everything from Arabic to English. Like my phone setting is in English, even some texting with my friends, I speak with them in English. So that helps you to improve your English stronger. And about Bahasa, yeah, it's difficult now to adapt between three languages.
Meaning about epidemiologi
Outbreak
atau
one, I don't know.
oh outbreak kejadian luar biasa. Yeah, maybe
Example.
for example, mungkin pernah mendengar yang kemarin mahasiswa UPN pada keracunan makanan. Nah, itu nah nanti yang turun lapangan adalah orang-orang EPID. Nah, maybe meeting apa ya? Meetingku tadi bareng dinas kesehatan, health office ya, about anthrax or campa and then leptospirosis. Bagaimana menangani penyakit-penyakit itu supaya tidak menyebar seperti itu. Dan akhir-akhir ini Jogja, baik itu in district or in city ya, Yogyakarta City or Bantul or Gunung Kidul, Sleman, banyak keracunan makanan gitu lah.
Iya,
Baik itu from fish.
How, Pak?
Iya, apa?
From warteg, how do you?
Ya, ada.
So.
From warteg in
We need to be.
Bantul ya. Lebih apa? Aduh, cara ngomong sebentar. Aku itu loading di otak. Bahasa Inggrisnya apa ya ini loh maksudnya.
I see.
Misal kayak bakmi Jawa kemarin lah ada kejadian beberapa catering in Bantul. Oh iya, field epidemiologi in UGM ada apa ya, magang gitu loh, magang itu. Nah, jadi di anak-anak epidemiologi itu ada magang 1,5 tahun selama kuliah gitu loh. Ada internship lah istilahnya ya.
Internship, yes. In English.
Ya, internship in
group of bahasa from Arabic language. Okay, next, we have to give an opportunity for Ms. Faras and Ms. Putri. Do you have a question for Mr. Albara? Okay, Ms. Putri or Ms. Faras. Okay, Ms. Putri, it's time.
Nothing. Maybe next time I have any question for Mr. Bara.
Okay, all right, Mr. Faras, Ms. Faras. Oh, sorry. What about you?
I don't have any question actually.
Okay, all right. Yeah, we have a good experience tonight. Yeah, because we can directly dialogue with Mr. Alfaraz from Yemen. Okay, I think it's super different. It's same with us because Mr. Alfaraz, it's not the native from. It's like using the English language. Same with us, but we can learn from him how to get good English. Okay, because we don't have much time, we have to go out and come back to the main room. Okay, see you. Bye bye.
how to come back the main room?
Come back to main room. You can click the live room, Miss Vidya.
List room 1, 2, 4, and 5. Where I could choose?
Okay, you can try room 1 maybe.
Sorry, Mr. Ahmad.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Eko. You tell
I'm
us,
so
I don't
sorry
know.
I interrupt your discuss in your room, but because the committee has a limited time for this night, so maybe for discuss in this room enough, and
Okay.
you can go back to my room, and maybe after that can continue with the chit chat by WhatsApp or others if you wanna continue your speaking with your members. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Thank you. See you again, Miss Vidya, Mr. Eko. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Mana main room? Main room. Bentar.
Mendokumentasikan kegiatan malam hari ini yang memungkinkan untuk on cam, dipersilakan untuk on cam. Apa semuanya sudah kembali ke room utama kita? Sepertinya sudah semua ya? Sudah kembali semua ya? Boleh teman-teman untuk yang memungkinkan on cam, silakan on cam karena kita akan mendokumentasikan kegiatan kita pada malam hari ini. Operator udah siap untuk mendokumentasikan kegiatan malam hari ini? Mbak Meinya sudah keluar sepertinya ya. Baik. Operator, sudah siap ya?
Wait, bentar ya. Sepertinya di room 1 masih ada.
Masih ada ini ya? Oh, sorry.
Oke, udah. Mbak Widya udah ya? Udah. Oke. Silakan yang teman-teman bisa on cam. Di hitungan ketiga ya teman-teman. Akan kita ambil. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Untuk yang pertama, kemudian yang kedua. Boleh? 1, 2, 3. Oke. Sekali lagi, diberikan senyum terbaik dan pose terbaiknya. 1, 2, 3. Baik, terima kasih teman-teman. Saya kembalikan ke moderator ya. Oke, baik. Mungkin karena Mbak Rimanya ada trouble di sinyalnya, jadi saya ambil alih ya teman-teman semua. Terima kasih sudah. Thank you for joining Scale Up Your English class in the second day ya, hari kedua. Dan for closing our class today, let's say hamdalah together. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. And also with the doa penutup majelis. Subhanakallah bihamdika. Okay, thank you very much for tonight and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Kak.
Thank you semuanya. See you again.
Thank you.